Hello, my name's Andrew Perello. I'm one of the creative directors here at Red Bull, and first and foremost, I just want to thank you all for joining us today. We're very excited about this new ad campaign we're about to launch, and we are ecstatic that you're here to hear about it and ask some questions along the way. This wasn't something I did alone. It takes a big team effort to bring a campaign of this size together, and I want to thank the amazing team that I had the opportunity to work alongside, which includes April, Nicole, Georgina, Natalie, and Sunny. You guys have been great through this whole thing, and I couldn't have done it without your support and your help. So first off, just a few notes about Red Bull as a company as a whole before we get into the product and the ad campaign. So to start, we currently have a value of $43 billion. That is our valuation right now for the company as a whole. Last year, we did a great number of sales. We sold 6 billion cans, and we expect growth to increase as people continue to live a hectic lifestyle and the on-the-go culture continues to rise. Instant boost of energy is our main factor when we consider Red Bull. We want you to have an instant boost of energy and be able to increase concentration and overall your performance throughout the day, whether that be performance in sports, performance in business, or just performance as a mom or dad living your life trying to deal with your crazy kids running around. So our first campaign ran in 1987. The slogan then was "So awesome that polka dots will fly off your tie." And from there we've come a long way to Red Bull gives you wings, and now we're about to launch a new campaign for a relatively new product, Red Bull Sugar Free. We're happy to offer this product as people live a more health-conscious lifestyle. They want healthier, zero sugar options, and that's what we offer here. So recently, like I mentioned, we've tapped into that low sugar, low calorie craze that people crave. And although the calories and the sugar is absent, we still offer the same great taste, the same caffeine levels, and the same concentration and energy boost that you look for when you buy that original Red Bull can. So we want to let existing customers know that there is an alternative option here now with the Red Bull Sugar Free, which comes not only in the original flavor, but also many other flavors, just as the regular Red Bull does. So to encourage this and promote this brand awareness of this new product, we have to run a successful ad campaign. So we considered many things with the campaign. What was the right way to go about it? Who should we get involved with the campaign? What should be our main priorities with the campaign? So moving forward into the campaign, a big part of Red Bull is our sponsorships. We sponsor so many events, whether it be action sports, whether it be e-gaming. We sponsor the most events worldwide of any company. So to continue with these sponsorships, one of the things that we incorporate is the Red Bull girls. If you see a girl walking around with a backpack that looks like she has a can of something on, you almost immediately know that it's a Red Bull girl. It's recognizable. So we want to continue to use those Red Bull girls with the sugar-free products and have them have the sugar-free Red Bulls. That way people see it and it's like, oh, it's a light blue color instead of dark blue? What's that? You check it out, it's a sugar-free Red Bull. You're like, wow, this has the same great taste and there's zero sugar? Can't be. It's got to be a gimmick. But then you learn some more, you realize it's real, and it's something that maybe you now will incorporate into your everyday life in order to have that energy boost that you need in the middle of the day. So we considered many things, what's the right way to go about this, and we thought a celebrity sponsorship is the right way to go. Well, first let me talk about what our name of the campaign is. So we're going to go from zero to hero, tapping into the zero sugar of the Red Bull. And basically what it is zero. Now you want to be careful with the term zero because you don't want to identify any one group as a zero. You don't want to put someone that's gaming as a zero like that because you don't want to subject one group or single out one group and identify them as a zero. So a zero to us, we have just kind of someone that's struggling in the middle of the day. They're got their head down, they're moping around. They have this Red Bull and they turn into a hero. They're able to do incredible things. So we wanted to tap into that. So we thought, who is an ultimate hero badass? And we decided Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is the guy. We need him. He's a hero. He's a badass, and he's health conscious. I mean, you don't get a physique like that by just drinking whatever you want. He's someone that wants a low sugar option, but obviously needs enough energy and performance boost to get through his days and his workouts, long days of filming, long days of wrestling. So that is our guy. We figured we needed Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He encompassed everything that makes Red Bull, well, Red Bull. Also, we figured he's very funny. He taps into humor. People enjoy his videos he posts on Instagram with Kevin Hart. So we're able to do something just simple with him. It doesn't necessarily need to be a big, full-blown commercial skit. We can just have him shoot a quick video with a can of Red Bull in his hand, and we tap into that humor. And with millennials, especially millennial men, which is our target demographic, humor is currency. We look to humor as money. Humor is going to translate to sales, which is going to translate to money, which is going to give us a higher valuation, which is exactly what we want when running this ad campaign. So next, we want to have our loyal customers be introduced into this product, and also new customers. And we believe The Rock brings loyalty with him. He draws in those loyal customers, but also new customers that are a fan of his that maybe didn't know about Red Bull or the sugar-free options, then will also be drawn in. And tapping in from the zero to hero, we've seen Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson go from this guy to that guy. So he taps into that as well. So we figured it was great to tie all of that together, and he was the right person to be our spokesman. So we want to give healthier options and more flavors. That was a big thing. Like I mentioned, we have lots of flavors of the sugar-free Red Bull. We also want people to know that we fully support their crazy and extreme lifestyles, the way they go about their lives. We want people to be promoting the product, doing crazy things on their skateboard, doing action sports, but we also want to let people know that it's something that happens every day. So with our Zero to Hero campaign, not only will it be our zero that drinks the Red Bull, then turns into a hero and maybe goes around the town and saves some people, but also maybe he drinks Red Bull one day and he's sitting in a pile of a bunch of laundry stacked around him, and he turns into a hero and gets all this laundry done for everyone. You know, we want this to be something that relates to everybody, and we want it to be not just one commercial that's run all the time. We want there to be different series of the commercials. So it's like, oh, the Red Bull commercial's on. What's Zero going to do today? So that's really what we want to tap into with our cartoon commercials, playing into that integrated marketing mix, keeping the same cartoon commercials that everyone's grown to know and love with Red Bull, but then also bring in a realism aspect of it when we bring in Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. So our goal over this next year is to sell 1.5 million cans of Red Bull Total Zero throughout the fiscal year. Now, as I mentioned, we sold 6 billion cans of Red Bull, so when we tie in the healthier options, we want a little bit more than 1/6 of that to be the sugar-free option. We really want this market to grow. We feel it's a market that has unlimited potential, and we're really excited about it, to be honest. So our targeted market allocation is around $5 million. And to achieve this, we'll use about 30% of our IMC budget, which in total is about 1.5 million. So now when you look at that 1.5 million, you might ask, well, where is that money going? So first we have our media advertising costs, which we estimate will be about $63,000. Next, we have our promotional and sporting activities. Like I said, that's huge for us. We love to promote activities. We want to sponsor sports activities. We want to be known as the people that are there for you when you need the energy boost at any moment. And also, we're there in the extreme, craziest moments of your life. So there, we're going to put $200,000. Next is our digital and social media efforts. Like I said, we believe social media is extremely powerful right now. The Rock posting videos on Instagram gets crazy amount of views. People respond in the comments. We have multiple Red Bull accounts for different countries, different sports. So we believe that is something we really need to hone in on and create a successful campaign not only on TV but also on social media. So there we have $10,000 allocated. Social media is a relatively cheap avenue, so we're really looking forward to putting money there, and don't feel we need to necessarily assign the $200 million that we're putting towards our other promotional activities. Next is acquiring Dwayne. Now, Dwayne is very high profile. It's not something that's going to come cheap. But this is also a partnership we want to build long term. We want to use him multiple times, not just once. So we're ready to offer him $1 million to join our team. We sponsor many other athletes, but we feel like we need to bring in one more, and he's the guy. So we're willing to offer him $1 million for a long-term partnership with us. Next is IMC costs, which is about $150,000, 10% of that budget. This is all under IMC. All of this comes together, but other IMC costs that maybe we haven't considered, we want that $150,000 to be ready to go the second we need it to bring in something new. Once one of our creative team members that I mentioned earlier come with me with something new, we're ready to do it right away and get it out there. And next is our evaluation and control. And there we have $75,000, a crucial part which we need to bring in and make sure that everything is running as smoothly and as successfully as we hoped and we predicted. And then lastly is our total cost, which all of that I mentioned comes together to be $1.5 million. We have $1.5 million. We hope to do 1.5 million cans of sugar-free Red Bull. That's our target goal, what we want to sell. Obviously, those cans bring in more than $1. We sell them for about, you can get a can, this pack right here, this 12-pack would be about $18. So obviously, if we sell 1.5 million cans, we bring in a return greater than $1.5 million. So now, I'll take a couple questions about things I mentioned, if anyone has any questions. Yeah, Matt. Yeah, that's a great question. So, actually, the reason we chose, well, if you didn't hear the question was, why did you choose Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson over some other people with great physiques, some other great athletes? So, we chose The Rock because, like we said, he's an all-around badass. He's great. He encompasses what we need. He has the health options. He's gone from zero to hero. He's seen as someone with elite status that can get anything done. He does crazy stunts in his movies. He lives that extreme lifestyle, encompasses what makes Red Bull Red Bull. So we considered some other people. We've got, we sponsor other great athletes. We've got Blake Griffin, who flies to the rim when he dunks like Superman. We considered Michael Phelps when he swims through the water like Aquaman, tying into that hero aspect. But we didn't feel anyone had the correct humor aspect, physique aspect, extreme lifestyle as Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He was the guy. So, any other questions? Brandon. Yeah, that's great. So, Zero, what's this Zero going to look like is the question. As I mentioned, he's going to be a cartoon character. We kind of decided it'll be a big Zero. He'll have eyes in the middle, a big face, some strong arms on him, and a cape flown. Now, what's his power? Because every superhero's got to have a power. So our campaign, Zero to Hero, the power of wings, to tie into the Red Bull gives you wings. So the power of wings, he drinks it, he gets these wings, and he's able to achieve all these things. So Zero to Hero, the power of wings. Like I said, he'll be a cartoon character. He'll have a zero body shape, and then eyes will be inside, mouth inside, strong arms, legs, cape, and some wings. Questions? Any other questions? Yeah, Johnny. Okay, great. Yeah, so we do believe the $1.5 million will be enough for us. One of the great things about working for a company like Red Bull is you have a lot of freedom. Like I said, we have an incredible valuation. We're valued at $43 billion. So asking for $1.5 million towards this campaign, we feel is not unreasonable at all. We have great leverage. We have great communication with our other departments. And if we needed more money, we definitely can go and ask. And it's a team effort here at Red Bull. We're so gifted, and we love that we work at a company that is willing to work with us and has the type of resources that Red Bull does, because that gives us a lot of freedom to run these campaigns we want and acquire the people we want and do the things that we feel will ultimately build the brand as a whole. I think we've got time for probably one more question if anyone's got a question. Anyone? No. Awesome. Well, I want to thank everyone for coming out today. It's been an honor to talk to you about this ad campaign we're about to launch. We believe Zero to Hero is going to be the next big thing, and we hope that everyone enjoyed their free samples during this press conference. Thank you guys. Have a good one.